news needs to get out. Okay, where Comet 12P is located. Let's do a quick. If it wasn't for the other issue, the main issue that I'm dealing with, I could focus in on this and do some more research on this. Okay, Comet 12P is in Andromeda, right by Pegasus, right by Avaret, by the head of Andromeda back in the Persian Babylonian time. This would have been Pegasus, the horse for it back then. Do some statistics here. They got the core at 10 kilometers right here where 10 kilometers. And the tail they're estimated at 6.96. Basically, let's put it at 7 million kilometers, which is approximately 4.3 million miles estimate. Now this is data that comes in to this center. You know, they collect all the data from the observations. All you need is one observation to say that, hey, the tail is, let's say, 1 degree, and that'll screw up the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Probably could be 5-6 million miles long. You throw in a low number in there and that drops that estimate, but that's where they have it. I mean, sometimes it's pretty hard to figure out these degrees. Okay, let's get into this. So that's where it's located at, and let's see what else we have here just while we're here. Today we have in Aquarius, we got the sun, we got Saturn, and we got Mercury all clustered up together, and then we got Jupiter by the foot of Aries, the lamb. In this video right here, put a link to it down below. He has a real good detail of the mythology of Andromeda,
the lovely daughter of the king Cepheus and the queen Cassiopeia in classical Greek mythology. The sea god Poseidon dispatched his pet sea monster Cetus to slay Cepheus' kingdom because her mother boasted that Andromeda was more attractive than the renownedly attractive Nereid sea nymphs. However, it was asserted that saving Andromeda may save the nation and its citizens.
Okay, I gotta put on pause. This is the Greek mythology of Andromeda. Pretty interesting.
In order for the sea monster to easily capture their daughter, the daughter's adoring parents shackled her to a rock by the sea. Fortunately, the charming Prince Perseus rode by on Pegasus.
Perseus and Pegasus. Remember the old movies of the Titans they used to have where he had the head of Medusa? Perseus went and did battle with Medusa. You know something, when I was covering Comet Homes back in 2006 or 7, when I did the Men's News Daily, I put all that. That was one of my best treats that I ever put together. And then one day, without warning, mensnewsdaily.com forum site was sold and all that data was lost. But too bad that information is lost. Okay, back.
A horse with wings, and fell in love with the lovely Andromeda. After killing Cetus, he wed Andromeda. They married and had a happy life. Alpheratz is Andromeda's head, but it is also
Alpheratz, Andromeda's head. That's where Comet 12P is nearby. But it used to be Babylonian, as I recall, the Heavenly Maiden. That's what it was called way back in ancient time. Makes more sense, doesn't it? A little bit of Perseus. You guys remember that? That was the movie Crash of the Titans, but there was the older versions too. Okay. So that's a little bit of Perseus before he went and rescued the maiden. Yeah, this is a little bit about Comet Homes, Argon, talking about the 2007, the Outburst, when it started, went by Murdoch, and then it went all the way, basically where it started in Pegasus, when Comet Home ignited, did the Outburst, and it went right through Argon, the demon star, Medusa, the ghost star. There's so much on Argon. That's where Pegasus basically, you know, the battle. More on here on Argon. Now, where am I going with this? Google, there's more story on Andromeda. This one got my attention. This one right here. This one had the best story about this. How she was chained up. Perseus, Pegasus, coming back. Then the sea monster saved her. Broke her from her bondage. From Ethiopia. She said black or white. She had to be black. She says that she was very beautiful. And then after he saved her, to Persia. That's where he was from. Then from there he had children. They became kings and queens. Fascinating story. Kind of, you got reminded of the movie. This read here it's a wild story. The observation is still at 7,047 as of February 26, so it's old, still unupdated. But it puts it now at the top 3. Remember, the closest approach, Earth, it's on June 2nd. It's already in 3rd place, or maybe 2nd place, because the number 1, I know there's another one I'm missing. can't remember. I know it's another one. But what I could gather, the number one spot was Halley's Comet, 7,428, and then Comet 2017 K2 at 7,075. And now we have 7,047 as of February 26th, which puts it in third place. But it's how many days old? 5 days old. And it's not even, I mean, we still got what? March, April, May, June. So this definitely will surpass the most observed observation. We're talking the big boys now. Big observatories, your spacecraft that they're not providing information. They used to provide information. They were more open, you know, like the Spitzer spacecraft, Chandra, Hubble, and they're not showing us close-ups, especially the Webb telescope, which promised that it would cover comets, but they haven't covered it. Now we go to the sky. Remember, you got to keep on there because it keeps changing. It kind of looks the same. The magnitude is a 6.1. Had a mini outburst on the 29th. So I don't know if that's number 8th or 9th, because remember I was offline for what? For over a week. I'm thinking it's the 8th outburst on the 29th of February. Before I leave, Outbrust history on that, on this constellation of words, when it gets there, I'll have more fascinating information, especially Marcus Millennius. Okay, we go on Facebook 3 hours ago by that gentleman right there. So there we have that. 55 minutes ago. 9 hours ago. Wow. Jared. Oh, this deserves a closer look. Wow, look at that beauty. Also, Jared, 19 hours ago. Look at that. Is that amazing or what? So 3 hours ago. Remember, this is from around the world. Every time they take an image, it changes. Amazing. So I'll keep putting them out. Give me, like I said, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Please help me get past 500. Because Showtime, to me, it's March 13th onward until the eclipse. Until next time.